decimal 0.07. Yep, yep. Okay. So we identified our initial amount. We identified our rate, which is 7%. Let's go ahead and change that to a decimal. So just move the decimal 2 places. So that becomes 0.07. Now the compounded annually part. So how many times per year is this thing going up? Compounded annually. Annual is just once a year. So we'll just go once a year. We'll just write that down, once a year. Okay? The money will go to Jing Mei when she turns 18. So she gets that money when she turns 18. So how many years has that, has this money been invested? Absolutely. Where are you getting 18 from, Sarah? Well, yeah. The first sentence tells me when Jing Mei was born. So she starts out at 0. So how long has this money been invested for? Well, it's been invested 18 years. Okay? So let's just write down total. Now, our initial amount's $1,000. Okay, we got that part. Remember, the formula is 1 plus. Okay, so we're going to write that down. Now, remember, it's rate over the number of times a year. So what's our rate? Remember, we're not adding 1 or for growth or decay. What's our rate in terms of a decimal? Well, it's 0.07. Okay? Now, this is the end part, which is probably the trickier part of this formula. How many times per year is this amount being charged? Just once. Compounded annually, once a year. So we would just plug in 1. All right? Compounded annually means just once a year. Close those parentheses. And then remember, it was raised to n times t. Well, n, how many times per year? Annually, 1. And how many years, Kenny? Okay. Sorry. So when she turns 18, so let's go ahead and plug 18 up there. I'll tell you, the really easy thing is, first off, they're not going to give this to you. They're not going to give a question to you. Let's write down some of this information. So we got initial amount of $2,500. Okay. We got the rate of 8%. Remember, always, always, always change that to a decimal. Instead of 8%, it's going to be 0.08. Okay? Compounded semi-annually. That's twice a year. That's happening twice a year. Semi-annually means twice a year. Okay, so when Lucy turns 18, the money will help her to buy a car. What amount of money will Lucy receive from the investment? So let's just start putting this together. Let's go. We got total. That's what we're finding. We got initial amount of $2,500. Remember, it's always 1 plus our rate in decimal is 0.08.
Why is it always
Semi-annually, twice per year. Okay? We got 2. Now, this is the part where some people struggle. This is the part where you really need to pay attention to the problem. When Lucy is 10 years old, her father invested this amount of money. Okay? So when she's 10 years old, the dad put $2,500. Invested it. Okay? When she turns 18, she's going to buy a car. She needs to know how much money she has when she's 18. So how many years has passed? 8 years. Not 10, not 18, 8 years. Okay? When you type that in the calculator, just like you did before, someone give me a total, please.
5444.33. 5444?
88. Yeah, I put 16 instead of 2 and
Can I do that?
Well, we have $5,444.
No. I don't know, man.
What is it? Someone give me a total, please. 46. Good.
Well, guys, don't do it the way I said.
Kenny, you know what you did wrong? Okay. As long as you know what you did wrong, it's okay.